Hello and welcome back to Thailand and welcome back to me too. I was on a almost 4-week trip through southern France and northern Spain, eating and drinking my way across and seeing the sights. But now I'm back and we're at the start of rainy season, but you can't really see, but there's a rope right there, and that is the people who are painting the outside of my condo. Guess they decided to do it in low season when there's not very many people in the building. Anyway, yesterday I jumped on the bike and found it had almost no charge, so I'm charging it up right now. Another thing I found is that I have absolutely zero braking force, which I had felt coming on for a while. So I'm going to be doing brake maintenance today. And then also, I'm going to be fixing that, maybe with a little Loctite. I can't remember if I used some to begin with, or I just need to put some on now. But it's maintenance day today, because even though it's electric, you still have to keep it up in good repair and running. Okay, I've got the front caliper off, and you can see with the replacement brake pad that I purchased and had ready, there is the tiniest bit of wear on the pad. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine. It's almost factory fresh. So, it must be something in the connection between the little squeeze lever and the piston that drives the calipers together. So let's check that. Okay, so I went up here to the brake fluid reservoir. I got the cap off, which was extremely difficult because they use dumb Phillips head screws and they were stuck in really hard. But then, sorry for the camera, then when I squeeze it, you can, nothing appears to happen. Then I tried to clear off the viewing glass right here that's in the front, and look at this. The plastic window to view the fluid level is completely disintegrated. And I'm like sticking my screwdriver through this slushy mess. Oh, that's why we don't have any hydraulic pressure. So it looks like I get to contact Toyotron and buy a new one of those. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's move to the back wheel. This is the adjustment for brake tension, and I've already adjusted a couple of times, and you can see that I'm starting to lose adjustment room up here. I suppose I could loosen this off and readjust this back here so I have more leverage, and back this nut down to here and move this lever over. But I'm really curious as to the state of the pads inside. This is the brake pad that goes inside here, and then the motor is here. So this is the brake housing. But I think for fun, I'm just going to take the rear wheel off and have a peek inside the brake mechanism. I'm not a big fan of disc brakes to begin with, but it's a light-duty vehicle, so it should hold up okay. I'm just wondering about the brakes, and I've got replacement pads ready, so let's take a look. Well, after very little blood and sweat and tears, the wheel, she is out. So let's pop off the brake cover. And we have success. Brake pad 1, brake pad 2. And they're in really good shape. They're a little glazed, but I think that's just what happens with discs. And the wear from here to the unworn part is, I'm thinking 1 to 1.5 millimeters. And there's still a lot of material left here on the pad compared to the new one, which is this thick, and the old one, which still has all of that remaining. So there is no problem with the brake mechanism itself. So it looks like I just need to perform that adjustment, move the lever over, and tighten her down just to the point before it starts to drag. So let's button her all back up again. Okay, let's wrap this up. I've got some tissue here soaking up brake fluid. Toyotron in Bangkok has received my message and they're checking to see what else comes along with this. I don't know if the whole hydraulic cable down to the calipers is bundled in with that, but whatever it is, I'm going to buy it. I cleaned everything up. The hooks have now been replaced and tightened up and with Loctite, and the brake adjustment is complete. There, just the right amount of braking force, and I'm safely back on the road. As you stare out on my beach, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel and click like on this video so YouTube thinks I'm worthy again, and I have so many people on my channel that they'll give me 10 cents a day in ad revenue. So I thank you for that.